Hey, Facebook, this is Chris Baker with Keller Williams Realty, and I'm excited because our special guest today is Fabio Alves from Momentum Solar.
That's right.
And so, we've been kind of talking about, we do this every month, and we want to kind of share some different trends that are happening in the market, as well as just talk about different services that are available for you as consumers. And so we're excited because one of the most recent trends that's happening in our Central Florida is the development of solar power and putting solar panels on your home to ultimately save you a little bit of money. And so I brought one of the experts in Central Florida that's going to share us a little bit about some of the benefits of solar and ask her any questions. And so during the time, if you have any questions that you want to get answered while I have Fabio here, just put a note into the text box and we'll answer those questions as we go back. But we want to use this as an opportunity to learn a little bit about solar and some of the capabilities it can have for you. So Fabio,
yes,
I'm glad you came out.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, they're glad. And can you tell us a little bit about let's start with solar, and some of the benefits that you've been seeing some of the consumers have with solar.
Yeah, very good. What we do is we offer a free analysis of your home and then yearly, and then we'll replace that with the solar panels. And what we're trying to do is trying to eliminate your power bill by 100%. That depends on many factors such as roof size, the position of the house, and from that point we can see and determine if solar is for you. And our goal is to eliminate your power bill by 100%, if possible. If not, it will be a little bit less.
Okay. And is it hard? What's the kind of the process to go put solar panels on your home? I mean, how is it? What do you need to do in order to do that?
Yeah, first thing we need to do is get your power bill and check your consumption. Make sure that your house qualifies for, because not every home does qualify for solar. So once we have that information, we can set it up in terms of how many panels we need to eliminate all that. Once we have those numbers, then we can see if your home is good for solar or not. And then, of course, there's so many other benefits to it. You have other options in terms of financing, cash, leasing. It all depends on manufacturers as well to find out exactly what is good for you.
Yeah, and I would say, if you had to look at someone that was exploring putting solar on their home, what are maybe some of the restrictions that you might have in putting solar panels on?
Yeah, good question. A lot of people don't know that, but the house may be in a wrong position. Or something to do with a lot of trees blocking your roof. What we try to do is, with a lot of companies out there, they don't even bother, is we try to put solar panels facing south. That's the ultimate position according to the geographical position of Florida. So as I drive by, I see a lot of roofs with panels on the north. That's incorrect. That means that the system is not producing enough. So that's one of the things that we do with the precise engineering. We make sure that it fits where it's supposed to go.
All right. And then one of the things I think it's, so what's really the big benefit? I guess it's really making your power bill more of a fixed cost versus a variable cost, right?
That's correct, yes. Yeah. With solar, it's quite simple. Imagine having a monthly payment that is fixed, never goes up. Just like a mortgage or a car payment, it never goes up. With a power company, on the other hand, minimum is 4% going up every single year. So if you do the numbers, you're going to see that you're always having a different monthly payment. With solar, you can eliminate that. It's a fixed payment, doesn't go up, depending on the program that you choose, and then it has a finish line. With a power company, it does not. It's a rental. It's always going to be going up, and it's never going to end. With solar, there's an actual finish line. You can do financing from, I believe, 15 years up to 25 years. And there's an actual finish line, and then the system is yours, and that means free energy.
Oh, wow. Did you hear that? Free energy? That's kind of exciting. Yeah. So one of the things that I've heard people talk about, and I think it depends on where they're located at, is the ability to sell back or get a credit or something from the power company. How does that actually work?
That's a very good point right there. So that's called net metering. So that's a benefit that we as a homeowner have. It can be gone any moment, like some of the states, like New Jersey. Some areas already, the power companies are not offering that, which means you produce a certain amount of kilowatts. The energy, by law, they have to pay you back because you're giving back to them whatever you're not using at the end of each year. So some states and some areas, they are removing that right. So at any moment, Duke, OUC, FPNL, they can do the same. As of now, it's happening. So if you're qualified and you're good to go solar, that you're grandfathered in. So they're not gonna do anything to it. But in the future, we don't know if we're still gonna have that benefit.
Cool. And if we looked at, I guess one of the other benefits, or what I've been hearing, is that there's some tax benefits of going solar right now.
That's correct.
Okay.
So the government is helping homeowners if they qualify for the tax credit, which is ITC, investment tax credit, with a 26%. Last year was 30%. This year is 26%. January 1st of next year is going to be 22%, and then after that it's going to be zero, like some states.
So hold up, Fabio. You said it was 30% last year.
Correct.
This year it's 26%. Next year it's 22%, and then it goes down to zero.
To zero, like some other states. Yes.
So no tax credit.
Correct.
Okay. So one of the things I want to kind of bring up, and I remember, obviously the government is interested in people using solar because they're given a tax credit and they want to incentivize that industry.
That's the main reason.
Because in 2008, I want to say 2008 through 2010, maybe it was 9, they gave a tax credit for homeowners to purchase homes during that time when the market was down. And we had a lot of customers that would benefit from an $8,000, $9,000 tax credit just for purchasing a home at that time. And so it sounds like we're at the edge. We're right in the middle of that tax credit being gone, and then there's going to be no incentives to add into that benefit.
That's correct.
What you're saying. So
that's just a way of the government trying to help homeowners, trying to get out of the power companies and produce their own energy. So sadly, we thought it was going to be extended for another year on the 30%, but it went down to 26%. And then we don't know if it's going to be extended at the end of the year, but forecast is 22% at the end of the year.
Yeah. And what do you see, is there on average how much people save, or what's the cost of it? How does that really work?
Good question. We can only gauge that by us analyzing your consumption. It's hard to say a number right now for each home. It all depends on your consumption, how big is your roof can take in terms of a size of a system. So once we do a free analysis of your consumption, that's when we're going to come out with correct figures.
Okay. And is it how much does it cost to maintain the solar? I mean, is that just an extra cost? Do you get a warranty on it? How does that work? I mean, how does that work?
Yep, very good point there. There's zero maintenance. The system is warranted for 25 years. We only use tier 1 manufacturer, and the life of the system is actually 40 years, but the warranty is about 25, and there's zero maintenance.
Okay. So meaning that if you once you purchase the system for 25 years, there's no really extra cost, if things go down. Is that what you mean?
That's correct. Yeah, okay. Your system is monitored by an app or a tablet or a laptop. It's complimentary. It's free. There's no charge. As long as you have Wi-Fi signal or internet, you can easily check from anywhere in the planet.
Oh wow, that's cool. And anything that that I'm missing that as far as when we talk about solar, what have your customers been saying about it? Once they've gotten the system and getting the benefits of it, what are some of the people saying about it?
Number one that we always get is customer service. Momentum, we are open for over a decade already, and the customer service is very, very quick. We only install homes that are near offices. So why? So if something happens, because it's monitored, we can easily go to your home and do what we need to do best.
All right. And you cover all of Central Florida, I assume, or
we do, yes.
Okay.
We do. We sure do. We have 7 different states and 16 offices throughout the nation.
Cool. And anything else that like maybe I'm missing that you'd like to share that's really kind of important about solar that maybe we haven't talked about that you think people should know about and be interested in learning about?
Yeah, we have amazing reviews. We have been in the Forbes magazine a few times. Over a decade open, 7 states, 16 offices, 4 in Florida alone. So one thing that we need is just to do analysis, a free analysis of your home, and then we do a site assessment to make sure your roof is qualified as well, and then we can move forward while we still have the benefit of, number one, the tax credit is still at 26% if you qualify, of course, and of course having the net metering on your side.
Right. And what are some of maybe those minimum requirements in order for a person to qualify to have solar on their house?
Very good. Minimum required by the banks if you decide to finance is a credit score of 650, and your income must be household $40,000 a year.
Oh wow. Okay. Cool. And then they have they allow you to. You can get the tax credit, do all that kind of stuff, so that's also a good benefit for it. Most important, how long does that process take, actually?
Excellent question. Once we have if you decide to finance, for example, we have an approval from the bank, we start the very next day or so with the site assessment, and after that, we start doing all the permitting on your behalf, meaning you don't have to do a thing. You're going to get an app where you can check the process of the whole thing. Meaning we're in permitting, we are talking to HOA, we're talking to the city hall. All that is done by Momentum Solar. You don't have to do a thing. So the whole process, we always say 4 to 6 weeks all together. And then we have installation, which is about a day. And then we have to call the power company to swap the meter, because remember, they have a meter that belongs to whatever power company is going in one direction. They have to come back and swap it to one that goes both directions, bi-directional meter.
Oh, okay.
Once that is finished, then we turn on the system, and then you go solar.
Oh, cool. So, and then you just take advantage of some of those tax savings
right
and,
away.
The power bill and all that kind of stuff. And does it typically eliminate your power bill completely, or do you got to pay a little bit, or how's that typically? What have you seen from your customers in general?
Very, very good point right there. Okay, so one thing that we're not able to get rid of a power bill is the customer service charge. That is there to stay. There's nothing we can do about it. We can only eliminate your consumption. So, for example, Duke charges $10 and a few cents. That's going to be a payment, basically. So that goes up every year, so that's going to be only payment. If we do an offset of 100%. If for some reason we cannot put 100% offset on your roof, that means they're going to have a small bill plus your financing charges.
And do most people go with an option, or I guess what would make a home not go 100%? Is it?
Yeah.
How
Two
would that
things.
happen?
Good question. It would be the size of the roof. We don't have enough space to put on the solar panels on the roof. The position of the house, and sometimes the bank will only allow a certain amount to be financed.
Okay, got it. Okay.
So those are the 3 things actually.
Got it. And that's all going to be dependent on the customer and their financing or something like that.
Correct.
Is that what typically?
That's right.
Okay.
And one good thing is there is 0 out of pocket, no down payment, not even a penny, from beginning to end.
Oh wow! Did you hear that? No down payment. You just have to have credit, and yeah, that's awesome.
No money out of pocket.
Yeah, that's great. And so, how do people reach you, Fabio? Like, if they really they've watched your video, said, "Man, I think I'm interested in doing some solar on my home." Like, how do they reach out to you?
Well, my phone number is 954-471-0947. Once again, it's 954-471-0947. I do live in Avalon as well. I'm very easy to be reached. I work 7 days a week. I'm your friendly neighbor. And I have solar in my house as well, so I know it works for a fact. And let's have a chat.
Yeah, cool. And it's like one of those people, like if they have it, you know that they're probably doing it because like they're just not selling goods, a bill of goods and all that kind of stuff, and they want to make sure that they have some good resources out there. So it sounds like it makes sense.
Yeah,
I mean,
it does.
Sounds like a good opportunity.
Most of my business is based on referrals. We have an amazing referral program, which means if you send somebody my way, they'll be compensated. It's pretty good.
Cool, awesome. And one of the things I think is, what we've been seeing a little bit. It's more common that solar panels people that are purchasing home. People like that flexibility. I've even seen it. One of the things I've really noticed recently is that on rentals, because we're looking for investment properties, and your ability to be a little bit competitive on the rental market is being able to have a fixed rate for utilities, because like some homes, and we're seeing this now, like we see homes that were like, if they were built after 2014, and I say 2015, those homes are much more energy efficient. And so we noticed that those energy efficient homes, the power bills are fairly inexpensive.
That's right.
If they were built before 2014, and I would say that 2005, 2006, this is something, it's almost like a must, because like I've seen crazy utility bills for homes that are like not built before that time frame,
Yeah.
Are you seeing the same thing? Or
yes, absolutely. During my visit, when I'm doing the analysis, I always give tips to the homeowner to see why is he paying so much. It could be because of insulation, could be the AC units, could be the lighting, it could be the attic. So as a client as well, I can see exactly where it can be changed before we even do solar. So just a little tip I give to my homeowners.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. And yeah, so like there's some like benefits of having that fixed cost, because I think the real piece, and that's why we talk about home ownership, is being able to establish a fixed cost for your life instead of having that increased variable cost that keeps on going out, where you're having to worry about things that just happening. And if you've said you have the 25 year life expectancy on it, and most people are going to have their homes for at least, not say 30 years. I mean, most people are in their homes for at least 7 years, but that payment's still going to be around that 35 years. And and the trend, we're right now we're seeing a lot more solar. It's becoming a little bit more commonplace.
Yeah.
Not say it's the norm yet. Obviously, it's not the norm yet. But the real word in there is yet, because like people want to be more energy efficient. People want to have those opportunities to kind of save on money as well.
Right.
And we live in a sunshine state.
That's
okay?
right.
So
take advantage of the sun.
I mean, so it just makes sense.
The main thing is to stop that increase in costs. Once you go solar, you have a finish line. You're not renting power anymore like we are now, right? At the end of the month, we have to pay that. Next month, it's going to be a different price, and on and on and on. It doesn't end. With solar, we're swapping one payment that is endless, it's a rental, with one that is going to end one day.
Yeah, cool. And are most of your people doing it financing, or are they doing cash, or like is it just vary?
Yeah, it varies. Yeah, it depends. We offer both options, leasing as well, which is very, very good, becoming very popular now. We're doing what California is doing, because California is 10 years ahead of us. So if it works for them, we're trying here as well, and very successful.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Any last comments? Anything you want to share? Anything that we didn't talk about that you feel like we need to talk about that you think would be a benefit for people listening?
Yeah, let me know, folks, because this is very, very, it's a very good information that I would like to share with you in your home. We do appointments. Doesn't matter what day or time. Once I sit down with husband and wife, I educate them on what they're having right now, and then I'll educate them into making a smart decision. If it's for them, I'll be the first one to detect that. If it's not for them, I'll be the first one to say, this is not for you, we have to wait a little bit more, or we can do these changes to go solar. So there's a little bit more information besides that. Cool,
awesome. All right, cool. So you're gonna see some information come out on us. I'm excited. We do this every month. We want to bring great professionals that are in the area to kind of give some insights on some things that are happening that affect our real estate and affect your investment, to maximize that exposure that you're having in the area. Additionally, I'm excited. I gotta tell you guys, you're gonna see some information come out that we're gonna have our new app, and you're gonna see some information. And I want you to download that. You can download our new app at cbteamorlando.com. What the beauty of that beautiful app that we have is that it's real estate at your fingers everywhere, and you're going to be able to have what we call a Netflix experience, meaning that it's going to be customized to your wants, your desires. A lot of data that you're going to be able to articulate inside that app. about homes that are selling around your area, as well as information about neighborhoods, what makes things better, what the trends are that are happening in real estate, and it'll be at your fingertips. And so I would love for you to download our app. We're going to maybe have a little competition to see, or a little prize, let's say, for people that are downloading that app and having that experience. And we'd like to get your feedback on it too. So look out for information on that. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach me. If you have anyone that's looking to buy or sell real estate in Central Florida, we'd love to help them. We have also a couple of new properties coming on the market that I'm excited about. And so look out for our emails, look out for our posts. You can follow us at cbteamorlando.com. That's hashtag cbteamorlando. And we look forward to supporting you and having a great 2020. New decade, new life, new experiences. And we want you to help you build and maintain wealth in real estate. And we want to be your preferred team to do that. So feel free to give me a call if you have any questions. Chris Baker signing out. Bye. Peace.
Take care.